Right, so I'm going to show you the tip on how I glaze my mug. It's going to be multiple colors, blue inside and turquoise outside, and then a little bit of a band of black glaze going over on the side. So first I will glaze inside and get a nice bucket that pour more easily, and for that glaze doesn't drip. Okay, find that. And I think this orange juice container is very good. You just chop it off, and it's very easy to pour without dripping. So first I will fill it up all the way and then pour it inside. So glaze inside first. Right, so that's it. And there's a spot that without glaze, the white spot. You just go and just do the rim dip on the bucket, so you will have a glaze full. Let me do that, but not in here though. Right, see, I do a quick rim dip, so I have a glaze all the way around. And there's a little bit of a glaze coming out here. That's okay. I'm going to use a sponge to just wipe it, so the line will be clean. I don't want to have the ambiguous lines there, so usually I have a sponge to just wipe it off. Just sponge it off. So when my second glaze go over, I will have a clean line instead of a line affecting the effect. So that's for the inside glaze. And actually the sun is your friend, especially the hot temperature. You want to wait till it dry completely. I can see that when I pour it in, the surface is kind of two different colors. It's a whiter color and a darker color here, because this part here is a little bit thinner than the rest of it. So that's why you want to wait the wire completely dry before you put the second glaze over. Right, so after dry inside, actually I glazed yesterday, and today is very dry. I'm ready to glaze outside. This glaze is a turquoise color, and it's a little bit runny, so I like to prevent the glaze from running down. There are a couple ways to do it. If you are glazing it, maybe you can glaze a little bit less glaze, thinner here, and a little bit thicker on the top, so when it goes down, it's not going to run all the way. Okay. Or there's another way to prevent that from sticking on the kiln shelf, is that usually we call this cookie. Okay, it's made out of a piece of slab, and you just cut it into that, and after you glaze it, you just use a wax and then just stick your piece on top of it and fire it together. Okay, so in case the glaze run, it's not running on your kiln shelf. Okay, so that's the cookie to prevent that. For glazing less, there are two tricks I'm going to show you. Maybe the first one, you can dunk the bottom portion in the water, so it absorbs water a little bit. So once you dip it in, because this has been absorbed water, so it's not going to take that much glaze. Okay, so first, this is just water, and just put it in the water. So you let the bottom soak a little bit of water, and then you apply the glaze on. And when you are dipping, go all the way, push all the way down, and then you pour it out faster from this portion, because the time you leave it inside is less, so the thickness will be less. So it's all the way down, and then pour out right away and slowly go. So then that amount of time you leave it inside on the bottom portion is longer, and the amount of time you leave it here is less, so the glaze here is thinner. Okay, and also I dunk it in water, so it will take a little bit less glaze. And also when I was trimming, I make a little groove there, little undercut, so the glaze stop there, right? Really stop nicely there. After that, we are going to put the glaze here on the bottom, and just use the squeezy bottle and just pour in enough glaze. Let it swirl around, and that's it. Okay, so that's the glazing, both outside and inside, separate time. And then I usually like to have a little band of glaze there for decoration, and that glaze, the combination, when you fire vertical, the glaze is running down, so the drip more naturally. I have the glaze here, so what I do is use the fine tip of a bubble squeezer, and then just go around it. And I told you that the turquoise glaze is a running glaze, so once they fire, that they are gonna the second glaze, this color this is actually black color, so it's gonna run down. Okay, I will show you the result after fire. So for applying the wax, this is the bottom wax. Okay, I told you in my previous demonstration. You just add aluminum hydrate into your wax resist. And after fire, you see that it becomes powder. These are all the powder that it's got left over. This piece of cookie has been fired already. You can recycle, reuse it. Okay. And making sure that your cookie is very straight, very flat. And some of the kiln shop might not be very flat, so this is the way you take care of your own pot by yourself. So once the wax dry, your pot is stick on the cookie, and then whoever load the kiln will be easier. So that's how I do it. And once the wax dry, they just glue together. Okay.